Alright, welcome back. This is Red. First off, look at this fucking room, bro. It's pretty hot mess, right? But give me some slack for it. Recently, I've been really busy with night shift. Actually, I have like 3 of them, but it's getting rough. It's not that busy, but in Vancouver, there's like a game, soccer game, every single week. Since my place is on the way back station, so a lot of people like stop by my places. Every time we got a game, it's getting rough. We don't really have drunk people, but we get a lot of like homeless people. And I was like, is that leftover? Oh, give me some of them. I want to give some of them, but I don't have any power. Wait, anyway, let's get back to the topic. First off, let me start with asking this question. So, have you ever had this happen? So you're speaking English with pretty good pronunciation, but some people goes like, oh, sorry, I don't understand you. Sorry, so can you say that again, please? Even though you feel like you said it right, it doesn't have to be perfect, but pretty much right. If you ever had this kind of like experiences or like setback that literally set you back from speaking English with confidence, this video is gonna be absolutely for you guys. So let's get into it. So this is actually what I experienced back when I was learning about pronunciation. I was still study IPA and stuff, but it's not a lot that I used to study, so don't get me wrong, right? So long story short, I was studying IPA a lot, and that really makes me feel like confidence with my English, because more people understand my English pretty well. I don't want to brag or anything, and I didn't get cocky, but I felt like I was bullied at the time, because you know what, some people got me a lot of compliment about like my accent, and it was, oh, your pronunciation is really good and your English is so good, how come you're so good and stuff like that. But I still had this feeling like something's kind of like off. There's a huge gap between native speaker and my English. It happened to me a lot. It still happens, so I was trying really hard to get to the root of this actual problem, and this is what I found. I'm pretty sure a lot of people don't know this, but we've got 2 types of pronunciation. You heard me right, 2 types of pronunciation. When I found it for the first time, I was like, oh, this freaking no way. It literally freaked me out, but it was also kind of like turning point for me at the same time. Alright, so first one is segmental pronunciation, which is things like individual sounds. So this is about IPA kind of stuff, right? So for example, R sound, L sound, TH sound. I'm pretty sure this is what a lot of people mainly focus on, right? I'm not saying bad or anything. Second one, which I want to talk a little bit about in this video, is smart segmental pronunciation. I'm not even sure if I'm saying this right. S-U-P-R-A. Spar. So this is totally different from segmental pronunciation. This is all about flows of English, so it's too much, so I can't say all of them. But for example, stress, rhythm, reduction, flap G, liaison, linking, right? Linking. I used to only focus on the first one. Honestly, it kind of starting to feel boring. It was too much for me personally. It was like, you know, put your tongue right here and open your mouth like this, and bro, you know what? It's too detailed for me, right? I think what's the most important part is just having the balances of the 2. So you can't really pick one up and stick to it all the time. And here's something interesting. Some researcher says that what actually makes the English understandable is the second one, which is smart segmental pronunciation. I'll put some sources down in the description, but there's kind of like research showing that accent, how native you sound, and intelligibility, how easy you are to understand, is totally different 2 things. Even if you don't have a perfect accent, you know, people can still understand you pretty well. Last but not least, this is kind of like my take on this topic, but pronunciation is kind of like a pyramid, and it's got 2 layers right here. And on the bottom, we got super segmental pronunciation. This is kind of like fundamental part of pronunciation learning, right? When you start learning about pronunciation, you have to stick to this. Once you get this down, you kind of can go up to the second one, which is segmental one. But this is last stage. My roommate's coming, so I can't leave house and film outside right now. But so what I want to say in this video is just, you don't need a perfect accent. You better have it, but not necessary, right? When you're learning about pronunciation, not only individual sound, but please pay a little bit of attention to kind of flows of English. That's what I wanted to say, and I had to go to my part-time job. I had a nice shift today. Bye guys.